This is part of our best tank series. Best Paladins tank. This is Barik. He is one of the free tanks. So here we go. Barik, the master mechanic. So these are his abilities. So we've got Blunderbuss, a short range blunderbuss that deals 500 damage every 1 second. Barricade, create a barricade, 3,750 health to protect allies and rocket boots. Activate your rocket boots, charging you forward with great speed for a short time. Turret, deploy a turret that targets nearby enemies.
Last one standing wins.
Oh, I quite like his voice.
Last one standing.
Look, his legs don't even fit the horse.
Still be strong.
Right, so which ones are our shields then? Ah. Oh, there we go. Okay, so I can put turrets down. So that's a good defense function, I think, having the turrets. And can I put more than one down? If I put this one down, does that one go away? No, okay. So I guess as many as your cooldown allows you can have, I guess. Too bad. His abilities are very good for siege, like the turrets and things. The shield is a good idea. I like that you can put down a lot of turrets, it just depends on the cooldown. A turret on it. Oh, I can't put a turret on the payload. There we go. I think that's a good touch that you can put a turret on the payload. The only downside of the shield, I think, is you have to be there to place it. It's not placed like further away from you. So if I wanted to place it here, I'd have to go right up close, which is not too bad if you have a team behind you, but if you're trying to place it to protect the team from a lot of people, it's not the greatest. So with Barik's items, as a tank, you kind of, if you have a shield, Guardian is good, Haven is good, Veteran is good, and then depending who is on your team, you want to change your fourth one. So Rejuvenate is good when you have a healer. If you don't have a healer, you want Life Rip or Kill to Heal on, just so you have a bit of extra healing going on when you don't have a healer to heal you. It's a good idea, especially for a map like this, because you can put one here, you can put one here, and when it goes out you can put one there and there, so you kind of like protect the whole place. People usually go for the turrets though, so they can be destroyed very quickly. As a tank to protect others, I think he's not too bad, but you kind of have to, like I said, go in front of people and then put it on. You can't do it from a bit further away. So if you wanted to protect people here, you would click here, which is not too bad if you're already in the front, but if you're with a load of people, like enemies in front of you, he hasn't got a lot of abilities to push enemies back or make way into the front. So as for a tank, if you get in there first, I think his shield and turrets do a good job, but he doesn't have much to get the enemy away. His shield is not too bad, and it's quite a nice size. The perk of being able to put the turret on the payload is good. Check his loadouts, because we can create our own loadout from what we can see. You could have different kind of loadouts. You could have ones that are specifically for turrets. So let's see. This is actually quite a good loadout for turrets, because you can heal all of your turrets when you're standing near them, as well as healing yourself, which I think go quite well together. And then you've also got heal for 20 each time your turret hits an enemy, and you can increase the health of a turret. And when a turret is destroyed, you can reduce the active cooldown by 5% to put up a new one. So I think if you want to play using turrets as a defense, I think this is a good way to go, because you can heal yourself a lot with this loadout, which I actually think is very good. Let's see how far these go up. So we've got combat repair, heal all of your turrets for 90 every 1 second while you're standing near them. And if you go to level 5, you can do 450, 360 on 4, 270 on 3, 180 on 2, and on 1 you can get 90. The same for field deploy, heal for 20 each time one of your base turrets hits the enemy. So every time your turret hits an enemy, you heal for 20, and this can go. Oh, this goes up 2 each time. Okay, so to 5 we go to 100. For the turret's level 40. This goes up to 700 on level 5. When a turret is destroyed, reduce your active cooldown 5%. It goes 10%, 15%, 20%, and then 25% on level 5. Healing station, heal for 25 every 1 second while you're standing near your turret. And this goes up to 125. I think this completely depends how you want to play. So if you are using turrets a lot, I would say this is a way to go. But this loadout would be purely helping with turrets. This isn't one that could help throughout. So again, it completely depends how you play it and how you decide to play him. If you're doing the healing aspect, I'd recommend getting this one quite high and then putting up the others as well. So you could actually have everything on 3 and have a quite good thingy of healing. I think we're going to try out the healing aspect of the loadout we put on. So this is a pure healing one. Let's see how we go. Its reload is quite slow. But then a lot of tanks reload is quite slow, so he's not the slowest tank, but he's not very quick. There is quicker tanks. But I guess you could put something like Nimble on and make him a bit quicker if that's what you preferred. He doesn't seem too bad in a team deathmatch situation. Again, I do feel like being able to put more than one turret down is really good. And we can heal the turrets, can't we? Yes, see, look, we're healing the turret because we're near it. We've got that on. I think that's good. It's definitely better than the boots, I think. But yeah, I think if you've got no healer, this is definitely the loadout you want to go for. Even if you have a healer, it's quite good to have this so you can be on the point and heal yourself with a little bit. But yeah, it's definitely not too bad. This loadout is probably better, just because being able to heal and attack at the same time is quite good, and to be able to heal your turrets as you go is quite good, I think. Still really like that you can put more than one down. I think that's really good. We're getting healed as we're near it, and we're healing it as it goes. I think that's really good. Create your loadout after you've played Barik for a little bit. See, what I did is I created it after playing him for just a little bit, and I think I've learned a lot more. So we go back to Barik. His loadout, let's try a new one. Okay, so I think this is a good loadout for Barik. I think it aids you in the long run as a tank to be able to stay at the point and do your job as a tank. Yeah, I think this is a very good loadout. So we've got Combat Repair, which is heal of your turrets for 90 every 1 second while you're standing near them. I think that's a very good one to have along with Healing Station, which is heal for 25 every 1 second while standing near your turrets, because I think healing them and healing yourself is a good mix. And of course having stronger turrets helps out a lot, so they won't be destroyed as quicker. And then having your shield be stronger is a good one, because you can protect yourself and everybody else on your team a bit better. And increasing your maximum health is always good as a tank to have a bit more health. So I think we're just going to do 2 on everyone to start. And then I think these 3, we'll put 3 on. You might want to increase your maximum health, it's up to you. It can go all the way up to 75. Your turrets can go all the way up to 700. You could have just everything on 3 and be... yeah. Because I tend to put Veteran on, which gives you a bit more health anyway, I don't feel like I need this past 300. So I am actually going to put it on Healing. Heal for 100 every 100. Heal 100 every 1 second while standing near a turret. I think that is the best way to go. But of course, each loadout is going to be your own choice of how you like to play. I personally, as someone who just plays tanks, really, likes to have the healing element. Because there's nothing worse than when you're playing a game of Siege and there's no healer, or the healer decides that they're a flank or a damage dealer and just leaves you alone. So I think this is quite good loadout to kind of heal yourself and defend your team at the same time. Yeah, so that is Barik.